Hello everyone and welcome to my channel once again. Now today I'm in a very relaxed mood because all the stocks that I had recommended, Metropolis, HDFC, AMC, Bajaj Finance, all managed to do really very good. Even Shobha Limited gave a very good trading range, and I think it's held on to its more than 500 rupees. So I think the strategy worked very well. We had those corrective period where all these stocks managed to do good, and now I think the sentiments are improving on a broader basis. Why? Because we are seeing FM being little more aggressive than what she was prior to the GDP data, and I think she has come out with all the good steps. And yes, one more big reform is expected to be out in this week, and that is on the real estate front. So unless and until the real estate reforms is not out, I think Shobha Limited and the good realty stocks will definitely manage to do good and would hold on to its upper zone. So I think good realty stocks is definitely in the flavor even at the current juncture. And the biggest positive news of Bajaj Finance coming out with a QIP for almost $1 billion. I think it is a very smart move because it will definitely get a first mover advantage, and the QIP would definitely be very successful. So when there is a liquidity crunch, I feel that Bajaj Finance will definitely get in its required money that it was looking out for, and it will help in sustaining its growth of almost 40% on a AUM level, on a bottom line level, and I think on a higher base rate also it would be able to do good. So Bajaj Finance post this news definitely came back to its 3400 levels, and sooner we would be seeing it making new highs, because I think all the steps that Bajaj Finance is taking is in the right direction, right from cutting down on lending to the automobile sector to being a first mover advantage in picking up the funds in form of QIP. So I think good days are here again for Bajaj Finance. So Bajaj Finance definitely is must buy even at current juncture, and soon I feel prior to its Q2 earnings we might see the psychological level of 4,000 rupees on Bajaj Finance. Now what do we play in this market, because I feel the scenario is very healthy now. Good GDP data might come in for Q2. I'm sure it won't be as bad as the Q1 GDP data. Earnings might start improving, and of course FM move is in the right direction, and we are definitely going to see more rate cuts. Almost I feel 50 bips rate cut is on the cards. And also if we see our neighboring countries, China for example is doing a lot of liquidity easing and it's coming out with a lot of reforms which I am sure our government would also adopt to. We have also seen President Trump has said that nowhere US is heading for a recession, and that's what the rumors were. Once the yield curve got inverted, I think it gets erased off. So even at a global level, there are a lot many reforms happening which would have a cascading effect on our Indian markets. And again, with the kind of reforms or policies that our FM has now started gradually announcing, would have a little positive impact than what we had seen in the Q1. So I think good times are here. We might definitely see Nifty going heading towards good 11,500 levels in the near term, and I would say one should be very stock specific approach even at this current juncture, because two things are there in the correction phase. Our stocks should not fall much. There is no exception to it that no stocks will fall, but then we can always control by investing in the good stocks which would not correct more. So I think having a right blend of stocks which do not correct much during the correction phase, and once they correct they should head for speedy recovery when the bull market is on. So we should have those kind of stocks only in our portfolio. And I feel from the auto pack, Bajaj Auto is the one, because also we have seen in the monthly sales data that again when the CM data also came out, the two wheeler volumes have degrown by good more than 20%. I think Bajaj Auto managed to degrow only by 13%, which is a very healthy sign. And that is why I have always been recommending Bajaj Auto, and I still continue to recommend Bajaj Auto. So I think let's see, because FM is giving us a hint that GST rate cut is not in her hands, and we should read in between the lines. And I feel that Maruti and the likes of Eicher Motor and all will correct if GST rate cut is not implemented for the automobile stocks. And that's where I feel Bajaj Auto wouldn't correct much, because the numbers are reflecting in the price, in the growth. And that is why one should stick to Bajaj Auto, because when the entire pack will move, Bajaj Auto will also move. But when the entire pack starts falling, once the GST rate cut doesn't happen, I think Bajaj Auto will not fall much. So this is the small tip from my end in this video. If you liked my video, do hit the like button and the bell button for subscribe, and do share it with as many people as you all can, and spread the knowledge to the world. So that's it from my end, and see you all on Sunday. Bye bye.